a moment in art.
The reason I drew him is because he represent that struggle, like, and too, he's like when we like say out of all the greats, the blues singers, BB was the one that kind of that we heard the most, that I heard, whether it was on a commercial or something. So when you finally tap into BB and you hear how he make that guitar sing like that, like once people really see them colors and they're like, and even on that, the color arrangement that I done, I might have done 2 or 3 different kinds and tried to blend so it would felt right. You know, because it's kind of like a vibe and a feeling too. It ain't all about just like when I paint, it's about the paint, but it's the vibe that you bring to it. Yeah. That's really what I try to capture. It's something about the sharks captivated me. So every time I seen a great white, and you just see the power in that great white. See, I see, and then like, I'm all tying it in because when you ask me like what made me draw him, it's the power, it's the majesty in it. It's like I can see it. I can, like, through God's grace, I can see just the power, you know, when it go. And so back to going to different art galleries, but none of them never paint a picture of a great white. And I'm like, why? So that's make me say, well, you paint it. You know what I'm talking about? You paint it, say too, if you want to see it. And that's what. And then when I draw it, I want it to look like it's finna jump out of the picture. I want that great white to look like it's coming out the picture at you. And I think I captured it.
I felt like I probably could draw the animal, but couldn't draw it looking like it's really in the water. So it'll shy me away from it. So when I was coming up and I was really into drawing, I was drawing more eagles, lions, and tigers. Yeah, is what was my favorite things to draw.
But so my question to water, because I had some of the same thoughts about that, like how you make it look like it's raining, or how you make it look like a wave coming. Right. You know what I'm talking about? But then that's the fun thing about paint, because see, when you paint, you can just keep playing with it until it look like a wave. Just whatever colors you think will make a wave, whether it be some kind of blue and a white, that's what I would go with. Okay, I'm gonna make it look away. I know I gotta have some white in it to make it water like it's splashing with some blue off in it and mix it. And you play with them colors and you just play with it until it look like it's splashing like water. And that's how I did it. Like even with the great white, it was like, it's a lot of pictures I had never done, had nothing to do with water while I'm making an ocean or a river, because I don't paint them kind of canvas, you know. So when it came to the great white, that was a thought that came to my mind. I was like, water there. But I was curious though. I wanted to see. Yeah. I'm saying in my mind saying it's got to be like this.
Gotcha.
Okay, there.
So if there's anything to learn in this piece right here, then it's just go for it. Then just make it happen. I think I was doing the opposite. I think I make up my excuse to not.
Yeah, because that's pretty much how in whatever we do, how we kind of do. Like when we say, no, whatever, don't approach it, just don't go for it.
So all y'all up and coming painters and artists, just remember that if you think you're gonna come towards an obstacle that you think that I don't know if I can do that, if I don't know if I can make that look realistic, or I don't know if I can put that together, just remember what Seitu just said.
Yeah, really. It's easier to paint than it is to draw. That's how I came about. That's how my video, I was like, because I erased a lot when I used to draw. All my life I could draw you exactly the way you looked, but the whole time I draw whatever picture I drew, I erased a lot too. That was part of my art. What you might call something that's a mistake or something that is a mess up could be the beauty to somebody else. When they see it, you can't mess up, like, cause it's no set. Art is art. You know what I'm talking about? Just like any other artist, whether it be entertainer or whatever, like everybody got their style. Like you can't say cause LeBron played this well, Jordan or Kobe, you know, like everybody got their own style. You can't mess it up because you can just go back and I done changed colors on different paintings and, you know,
shades and all kind of stuff. Just made it this way, flipped it to, so like you can't mess up, you know what I mean? Like for me, it made me really more creative.
So, alright man, so this one is, I ain't gonna say controversial, but he is definitely a well-known character to the screen. He made us laugh, he made us scared, Samuel Jackson. No matter what he played, it was serious. I mean, it was serious. And you believed him when them beady eyes looked at you on the screen.
Yeah.
And plus you looked for him to say a few MFs. But what made you draw him?
That's my boy. That's my boy. Like I say, anybody who like this how I look at art. If it's something that I wanna see, like say when I went shopping for art and I'm looking for pictures, I see all these different stars, but I don't never see Samuel Jackson, not in like an oil painting. So I'm like, so it's almost like it's one of them situations where you say, if you want something done, do it yourself. If you want to see it, do it. Cause why you getting mad? Cause ain't nobody got a picture of the Hulk in here. Draw the Hulk then, So that's kind of how that kind of started with me, where I said, man, and then like he's so real. He from Chattanooga, and if you know his story, you know he a bad brother. Like you got to know his story from drugs to everything. So anyway, he my boy. He inspired me. So I was like, man, I got to do Sam.
Yeah.
And then I want some, cause everybody who you do, it's in the artist in the eye of the beholder. So everybody that you paint, everybody might not even like why you paint that person. Some people may,
but plain spoken too.
Yeah, so he stand for so much.
Yeah.
Like I ain't gonna say stand, but represent.
Bill is he's a legend. Can't nobody take it from. I'm not basing nothing on his personal life. No more like you wouldn't judge Bill Clinton on his personal life. You gonna judge him, but he still was reelected for 4 more years. So like, I'm not judging him on his. I'm judging him on his legacy, the stuff he did for everybody. Like, he still is a special person, no matter what.
All right, so there was 2 superheroes coming up. That was my favorite. Even my Uncle Eddie and my Aunt Lucille used to always call me Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
So Spider-Man would have been the first coming up. That was my nickname, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And that might be why I got this on. And the other one was Incredible Hulk.
Boy, that's right.
Who don't love Incredible Hulk?
That's right.
When you talk about anger, I got many Bible scriptures that I can tell you about anger. It says, do not let the sun go down on your anger.
That's right. Don't go to sleep like that.
Yeah, don't go to sleep like that, because you may wake up worse probably.
Yeah.
So Hulk was somebody who was always trying to find the antidote to not be this person anymore. Even though it made him the most powerful superhero ever, he might beat his own teammates up. He might beat the enemies up.
Yeah.
If somebody didn't help tame that,
he a live wire.
He a bad one to face. So Hulk. What I like about this pick of the Hulk, man, is that this particular one captures the older school Hulk, as well as you still caught the rage. You got the rage. You still got the essence of how he's been depicted all throughout.
Yeah.
Even the Marvel universe now. But this one I like because it shows you the Stan Lee kind of version. The way his head look and his hair and stuff look. That's what I see. Like
I've been in love with the Hulk since I first seen it. Period. And I got introduced to comic books. That's all I bought when I was any little money that Daddy gave me from going to the store, change, I would take and save this change, save that money, and buy me a comic book. Most of my comic books probably was the Hulk, because I was attracted to the power and to the muscles of the Hulk. You know what I'm talking about? When he got angry, he would be out of control basically.
Yeah.
When he was angry. So when you so I can relate to that, because when you get angry, you're not yourself no more.
I can look at a painting for an hour, just looking at it, just saying, okay, how do I make this look this way? How do I make it look that way? Yeah, you never know. The thought, sometimes it might not come immediately, and then sometimes when it do come, I might just get straight up out the bed and You know? So okay, yeah, that's what that needle. I can look back at it and be like, yeah, this needed. Yeah, but it take you away, man. It's a beautiful thing to have something to, you know, put your heart into. It was all about art, the way we was raised, like, cause Dad, he painted, you know, like he did so many different things. He if we lived somewhere, he would paint the house, or whether it was the outside or inside. Plus, he would have us doing stuff too. When I was 5 or 6 years old, I was already drawing. So I can't. It just had to been like hereditary, I would say, because it ain't like some daddy taught me or mom or nobody. I just did it. Just put a pencil in my hand and I just some kind of way I drew whatever was in front of me. Just the concept of this drawing is just it's just America. I had done this one first and I wanted a bigger poster of Elvis because I like this one. I just like that whole scenery and that set. So I said I'm gonna do another one just like it, but I want it to be a big one. So that's how it came about. But even in the beginning, it was all about the red, white, and blue. That's why I put the flag behind them and all that. Cause it ain't like I seen that in a book or nothing. You know, I just said he need the flag behind him because he really represent everything about America. This is a little contrast with this with the blue and the red because that's the concept. But I mixed it up on his face this time. Normally I wouldn't put no green or no whatever different colors on it when I'm doing. But it's a painting and I wanted something different and still to be genuine. That's like 75% finished. So, you know, like this one over here is probably like right at 90% finished. You know, but this one like still 75%. I still got some things, but really it's done if I wanted to present it this way. But it's just a more for me to stamp it as what I would consider classic once it's out of my hands, and I'm 100% like, yeah, that's a classic.
You got a lot of cool pieces around you. I see Chris Brown, I see Michael Jackson, I see Prince, I see Willie Nelson. Okay, let's talk about the controversy that sometimes go with the art.
Yeah, like even with Chris Brown, when I drew him and I knew like the reputation he was getting for a while, he had a little bad reputation going on some with the Rihannas and most stuff and all that, but still, like, just anybody you see up here, they basically legends. Anybody you see these pictures of are all legends. So, like, I like people that's legendary and that influence culture.
So we got Michael Jackson up at the top, man. What I personally like about that piece is those big eyes. I still feel like the nose, you know, the smile. I think about Neverland. I think about Joe Jackson. I think about the family, the brothers, the man, the music, the child.
Yeah.
And the legacy is gonna live on regardless.
Like, this is beautiful. Michael Jackson, just look at his lips.
Yeah.
Like, just the way, I mean, the complexion of the whole picture.
Yeah.
Like, and he's like sticking his head out. Like,
yeah.
Out of what it would be inside his bubble or whatever, however you would, but he's sticking his head out. It just make me smile when I look at it. I ain't even really looked at it in a long time. A lot of them paintings,
Yeah.
I compare it to like a person doing music. They'll make it and then they'll go to the next one. The stuff that I needed to do on this to finish this was part of the strings. I came back through there on them strings and made them, and it was purple. Like, instead of red, you see that red back there now. Mm-hmm. First it was purple. The last time it was on the porch, which was last week. And the strings, which I'm not finished, but it's getting there. You'll see, like, I got to go back over strings. Sometimes they paint a smear on top of the string and make, anyway, I got to define that a little bit more. Then plus I went on his fingers too, which I'm not finished, but you still can see more detail where they stand out. Now, what I wanted when I first did this, when I seen it and I first decided to do it, I said I wanted I want you to see him picking that guitar. That's one of the highlights of this painting for me. When I do it, that's what I want you to see on that. Now, whatever else you take from it, the beauty, the explosion, that's like he picking so hard that it might be the 4th of July or New Year's, like this right here. That's what he picking, and it's just, sparks everything, because you know how hard he. But that's the whole thing. Just I want the person just he just into it, like he plays. You know what I mean? So that was the thing on that.
Willie Nelson. I think the song that comes to mind is "On the Road Again."
He that dude. He just kind of like a Woodstock. Like he take you back to that kind of peaceful time that basically all people are one and all, that type of vibe. Just that vision to make something manifest from scratch is magnificent. I just don't know. It's gratifying once you see a finished product. For any person who know, I know you do, but for people who don't, anytime you done started from scratch and then you got a finished product and you just see how it comes, it's beautiful. And what's so magical about all of it is that I don't even know how it's gonna come out. I got my basis for it, or my fundamentals for whatever I'm doing, but the evolution of how it's gonna the results of it, I don't even know, cause it's just come as I go. All that's dry right here look wet, but like I had finished it and had it like this, and then you could see some ruffles came up in it. This is like my 3rd time so-called finished it, but something else happened with it. I had to go back over it. Like if you look at this, you can kind of see some cracks came in that. You can see them now, but I done covered back with some more paint, so you don't see it under there like this one. But this was like that on this side right here. You can see them cracks came just from me coating it, and once I was waiting for it to dry to be finished, when I went back over, it was like, oh man, how this? Like I guess it's whatever's inside of that finisher like that. So anyway, I got this yellow of it right now, and it's thinner, cause it's thinner will break down. If the paint is too thick, then I'll take a little thinner, break it down and make it thin so it won't be so thick. So I'm just coating this and blending all this together. And then after I finish, I'm gonna still have to coat it one more time or seal it one more time just to be. I'm kind of scared though, because I don't want it to crack no more. It's done cracked on me like little different little spots, but it happens. See all that smooth and shining like a marble floor.
It's amazing how the butterfly, that creature by itself, ain't it? From its metamorphosis to a butterfly.
I never even went that deep to think on the lines, but that's another metamorphosis like the Hulk. Mm-hmm. Just because, that's really, like, that's a fictional character. But this metamorphosis is actually what happens in real life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? That is amazing to be in a cocoon and go through that process. And, yeah. So I'm highlighting this right here on the butterfly, like his legs. Basically where you can see the legs better. I'm Matsimela Seitu, and this is a moment in art.
What would you like to see happen with your art before you leave this earth?
First of all, I want the world to see it. Yeah, and leave a mark on this earth with my art. If it can inspire somebody or bring a certain vibe, anything that's inspirational. Art is like we was talking about yesterday, it's like a free expression. It's an expression of art. Your views, your outlooks, your struggles, your pains, everything you done been through in life, you express it through whatever form of art you display. For me, it's art, like through my paint. So that's what you gonna get from it. When you see it, it's vibe, it's vibrant. You gonna get colors. You gonna get universal appeal. You gonna get all of that. out of it, cause that's what I'm doing. When I'm painting, that's what I'm expressing. It's no anger, it's no nothing. It's just all passion and love going into this right here. You know what I'm talking about? So it's almost like it's untapped when you get to, like, how somebody can be corrupted or something where they thoughts and it was dark and it was this and it was that. Not saying the stuff can't be dark when you're doing it, because that makes some of the best work anyway. But the thoughts and stuff when I'm doing it, it's all about beauty, and like I say, it's like a vibe when you see it.
Man.
Yeah.
Man. So this is Marcus D. Martin with NuKree Lens Media 517. This is a moment in art with my brother Seitu, and let's close with this. Tell us again what the name means. Your full name means. Look into the camera and tell them what the full name means and how you come to put it together.
Well, my name is Matsimela, Seitu, and my name is African, it's Swahili. Matsimela means the roots, because I like to get to the bottom of stuff. I like research. I want to know the beginning, the essence. And Matsimela is affectionate, because I'm an affectionate person, a caring. So and Seitu means artist, because since I was 5 years old, I started off just drawing, but I could draw anything when I was 5. Anything I looked at, I could draw it. I know for sure at 6 years old, because I was young. Young. Some years you don't remember so far back, but far back as to 5 or 6, I can remember I could draw. So yeah, I don't know if that covered it.
Covered it.
And I appreciate it too.
The way I really want to say is moment in art. That's how I really want to say it.